Harlus Wingrave. I was a warrior, an Imperial Archon, charged to carry the light of the Architects into the darkest places, and to vanquish the forces of evil. How much time has passed? It's all vague. I remember countless enemies, cultists, monsters. Now, it seems that the Empire has been swallowed up by this darkness, that the Architects themselves may have fallen. But their light lives on in me, and I will fight to protect those who survived.
Praise the Architects. I thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom. But with that shard, you can cut through the shadows. You must move quickly. I will guide you.
won't get through.
It is so good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you forever. Don't worry. Your memories will return, in time. That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring... Your sacrifice, and that of the others, bought me the time I needed to light the beacon. And the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay. It's the only reason we're alive. We still don't know. A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon. And it was then that the gloom began to spread. The beacon protects us. But beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through it. We still know so little about the gloom. And so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to end. You've been through an ordeal. I shouldn't burden you with this now. It's best you see what's left of Skylight and meet other Seekers. You were a Seeker once. You've just forgotten. Before the Gloomfall, we investigated ancient mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive. Go to the Great Hall, up above the plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
Welcome, Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight. Wolf. Before the fall, I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourselves. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead. And we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was devastated in the attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for...
The new Wayfinder. Delightful. I am Lord Halar. As you know, my lands and the Dominion itself have been swallowed by the gloom. But even now, especially now, names matter. I lead the Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity, we have focused our efforts on restoring Skylight. But it is my studies of the gloom that can help you. Not my knowledge of arcanic illusion. What we know for certain is that the gloom alters flora and fauna, and never for the better. Where it lingers, it can consume entire regions, leaving only shadows in the gloom. You were consumed by the gloom, but you survived. Now you have the power to shape it, to some degree. The shard you've been given focuses this. Only a Wayfinder can enter a lost zone. But this is just a glimmer of your full potential. If you can enforce your will upon the gloom, perhaps one day, but I can only tell you of the gloom. Omen can show you. Return to her, near the gloom.
You've spoken with Wolf and Lord Halar. I am sure you have many questions. The gloom is consuming our world. Our beacon holds it at bay, but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond sky, using the focusing shard, you can pass through breaches to reach a shadow of what was lost, what we call lost zones. These are unstable and unpredictable, reflecting we're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the Lost Zone. We do know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any Lost Zone through this gate. In practice, there are limits. Usually, you must find and enter a breach directly to access a Lost Zone for the first time. After that, you can access it and any other breach you found through this gate. But you can't just stumble into a breach. You need a connection to the Lost Zone to guide you through it. This might mean finding an object from the zone, or experiencing an event tied to it. For now, I have a single connection I can share with you. The Codex Halls of Aurelian. There. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool. Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. Then we can transform your focusing shard into a full gloom dagger, allowing you to harness. Interesting. I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promise, yes. But you don't have... Go ahead. Run along, Hope.
Welcome back, Wayfinder. I was sure you'd find your way. And with an ember? Good, good. The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connect. You see, the shard you claimed in the Gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to make it a true extension of yourself. A blade that can use the Echo Matrix to combine the ember and the shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real. Perfectly done. Woven from the pure elements of magic and drawn into reality. Now you have what you need to explore Lost Zone. To reach a Lost Zone, you need three things. A breach that serves as an entrance, a Gloom Dagger that can cut a path through the shadows, and a connection to the place consumed by the gloom. A connection can take the form of an object, such as the ember now bound to your dagger, or something more abstract, such as a memory, or you now have a Gloom Dagger, and through the ember you have a connection to the Codex halls. So, what is it you are missing, Wayfinder? Have you been listening? Yes, just so. You need to find the point at which this area collapsed. You must search the Highlands for a sheet of gloom energy. A hole in the world. Once you've found it, use your dagger to carve a path. Explore what lies beyond, and destroy the anchor of that shadow. Thereafter, you will be able to reach Aurelian through the Gloom Gate here.
There you are. Your Gloom Dagger is connected to the Beacon of Skylight. Aside from being an invaluable tool for exploring the gloom, it also allows us to communicate to the link. A voice in the gloom? No, that wasn't me. I warned you that the connection would be unstable. Remain alert, but I'm sure it was just some manifestation of the chaos. Lord Halar and I spent much of this last year refining the daggers as we sought to retrieve you from the gloom. As for the shards, that's a tale, but now I need you to return to the Codex halls. We need to know more about the work of the Silver Codex. I always thought they were peaceful, devoted sages. Now, our work suggests they were experimenting with a sinister force that may have been the Gloom, decades before the Gloomfall. This work could help us push back the Gloom. As Lord Halar has told you, you must first find the breach tied to the Codex halls out in the wider world. And that means leaving the safety of Sky. Before you leave Skylight, I need you to bind your daggers to the signal fires here. This will strengthen your connection to the beacon and help you move quickly across. Once that's done, take the lift down to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. She's in charge of our defenses. I will offer...
Well met, Wayfinder. Welcome back to the world. What's left of it. It's an ugly business. We're fighting the Shrikes for resources. And out beyond, you've got feral beasts and glooms. You'll find out soon enough, I fear. Brigands and looters. Some of them half feral from drinking God's blood and other madness. Dangerous is what they are. But what's your business here, looking for the breach? I'm no Wayfinder, but I know it. Head out past the foundry and through the ruined gate walls. Once you get to the swamp, look for the large gnarled tree and weathered steps. Be sure to bind your dagger to the signal fire here. You'll find them across the Highlands. Never miss an opportunity to forge a connection. Again, I'm no Wayfinder, I've heard they're connected to the beacon, and each connection strengthens its light. As a... On your way then. But we could use another blade out here. These Gloom-touch beasts get more dangerous every day. Skylight needs supplies, and it's getting harder and harder to find them. I know you've got your mission, but if you can kill a worm or scare off some shrikes...
As a Wayfinder, you alone can chart a path through the gloom. But you possess powers and skills beyond those of the Watchers and Rangers, and we must all stand together. Many will ask for your help, and I hope you will assist those in need. But it's up to you. Right now, I need you to return to the Codex Halls and get to the bottom of a mystery. We'll discuss it further once you're inside the ruins. A previous expedition discovered unnatural deadly spiders in the shadows of Aurelian. Lord Halar believes these aren't spontaneous creations of the Gloom. Did the Codex somehow harness the Gloom decades before the Fall and use it to cause mutations? We need... You aren't the only Wayfinder. You'll meet the others eventually.
I need to balance the arcanic pressure in this file. There. Now, what have you brought for me? Yes. Yes. These creatures were altered with arcanic power. Shadow, certainly. The Codex were monks of the Imperium. They couldn't have done this. Even if they knew how, working with the element of shadow is anathema in the Avar faith. I must, Wayfinder. You must find the source of this. But to do so, we must accelerate your training. The gloom is a maelstrom of shadows and chaos. Anchors pull together visions of what might have been. Fragments of the whole. And when you leap in blindly, but you can do more than this. With your dagger, you can cut through the chaos and carve a direct path. You can hunt down an enemy, strike a specific foe. These webs hold traces of a greater threat. I can isolate its spore. I can give you what you need to hunt, but you are not fully prepared. Each has something you need, tools you can use. Arsenal can arm you. The engineer can give you strength. Venge finds treasures in the rubble. And Omen is the wisest of all.